we're gonna be getting started here in a sec. Alright. Shalom, shalom, shalom. It's Michael Israel. You watching Spiritual Combat. And coming to you from Jacksonville, Florida, Straitway, Florida, in the building. A lot of things going on, as you can tell by the title. We're going to be building on a couple things. Let me check my sound. Let me make sure my sound's good. You can tell by the title. Yep. Sounds good. But yeah, as you can tell by the title, we're going to be talking more about mind change, getting your mind right, knowing what you need to work on, staying focused on what needs to be focused on. It seems like a lot of people are unaware of where they need to be. I see a lot of Hebrews out here, they focus on history, and yes, the Bible, it is a history book, it is that, but it's also a spiritual book on getting your mind aligned. The reason for our captivities and all the stuff we've went through is because we didn't have our minds right. So that's what we're going to be talking about here today. Precisely getting your mind right. All the tools available to help you get your mind right. Pastor Dow put up a great message yesterday, just how to build your belief in your faith. That's a big one. So there's plenty to work on out there. All right, let me see what we got here. Shalom to y'all. Shalom to the third lang. Shalom, brother. Good to see you in there. I'm gonna holler at you over there on Marco Polo. We're gonna definitely be chopping it up. As you see, brother Shannon back there, we're doing airsoft range day. Here, let me show y'all. See, airsoft range day. See, he's shooting the airsoft. We're going through little drills that brother Gideon taught us with our little plastic pellets on our little makeshift range out there. So we're going through some stuff. All right, so let's see. Let me make sure everything's up and going fine over here on Facebook. Yep, we're good over here. So anyway, want to give a shout out to yazarmy.co, Spiritual Combat Edition shirt. Yaz Army. Hey, Shannon, show him your Yaz Army shirt.
Hallelujah. Commandments over tradition.
Commandments over tradition, baby. Commandments over your bootlicking feelings. But anyway, definitely go over there to yazarmy.co. Get you a shirt. Shout out to them brothers, man. All right. So, and like I said, man, this is a laid back part 2 to the lesson I did yesterday. I'm gonna be hitting on some more hard hitting, did you know this type verses with no wiggle room, no misinterpretation. Get your mind right, get deliverance, get them demons off you type verses. You know what I'm saying? That's what we was banging on yesterday, man. Because dang, you seen that? One of them bounced back.
Safety devices.
Yeah. So, but yeah, man, there's verses in there where there's just no wiggle room. And the reason why I harp on these verses is because when I look in my journeys all through the Hebrew Israelite, through all these different camps, assemblies, congregations in the Hebrew community, a lot of people who profess to be Bible followers, they're not doing the real spiritual development work. That's one of the main things that that that's one of the main reasons why I follow Straitway, why I'm part of Straitway. Pastor Dow, Elder Rufus, Elder Becker, and the other leadership in Straitway are adamant about you getting your mind right. And you don't see that push anywhere else. A lot of people are just pushing knowledge, history, doctrine, you know. But the whole reason for a lot of this history, the reason why we trying to figure out our history is because we didn't have our minds right and we kept going into captivity. Put a 100 up in there if you get where I'm coming from. And with that said, we're going to push into this thing. What I was doing was I was trying to show some people, I was showing people what is in, like I said, I went almost halfway through Proverbs in the past, just showing, hey, this is what's in Proverbs. Proverbs will show you what you need to work on spiritually in your mind. It's going to show you where you have strongholds, where you have demonic oppression and demonic possession, where you're going to need deliverance at. And there literally, it's not, when the Bible says the word of Yah is quick, powerful, and any two-edged sword, dividing asunder, and I know I'm not breaking it down 100% correct, but it says it's a determiner of the thoughts and intent of the heart. This is just a good tool to look at. Like, this is a good place to look. Okay? So check this out. So what I'm doing is just going through here and just showing you what Proverbs is Proverbs, the book of Proverbs. In my opinion, I'm not saying this is what you must do, but in my opinion, if you're having issues in an area in life, it's a sign. It's just a warning sign that, hey, you need to pay attention to this area of your life. Me, I had problems at the workplace. I had relationship issues. When you look in the book of Proverbs, or if you need an even further breakdown, you look in the book of Ecclesiasticus, or otherwise known as Sirach in the Apocrypha. That book in the Apocrypha is Proverbs on steroids. It just further elaborates on everything that's said in the book of Proverbs. And it will really show you. And it will show you that, hey, you are going to need power from on high to get your big, silly head right. Okay? So that's why I encourage people to look there. So I'm going to just continue where I've been teaching or elaborating or just pointing people to in there. So check this out. This is Sirach, chapter 13, otherwise known as Ecclesiasticus. Not Ecclesiastes, Ecclesiasticus. Chapter 13, verse 16. It says, all flesh consorteth according to kind, and a man will cleave to his like. So look who you surrounded by. And that's who you are. You see what I'm saying? We're going into it slowly. Isn't that right? Okay? So whoever you're surrounded by, that's what you are. Okay? I don't even know what this is. I just see stuff I highlighted in here, and I'm going to just shoot from the hip and read it. Oh, so this is... So let me tell y'all this. Okay. I see a lot of stuff highlighted. Okay. So if you're having relationship problems with a woman, you need to go to Ecclesiasticus, otherwise known as Sirach, chapter 26. There's literally multiple chapters, 26. The entire chapter of Sirach 26 is dedicated to women. It's warning you as a man about women, and it's warning women about themselves. And it's showing you as simple as possible. You're going to be wrestling with it in your head because a lot of societal crap been dumped in your head that you are going to need. A lot of y'all, a lot of men, man, y'all need deliverance from the spirits that have been, what's the word? Divined upon you from this society, from the witchcraft of the media in your family. You're going to need literal deliverance. You're going to have to sit down with the brethren and have them help you labor to get those spirits off you for the mindsets that have been dumped in your head from this society. So check this out. Sirach, study this stuff for yourself. Sirach chapter 26, or Ecclesiasticus chapter 26. We're going to just start at verse 1. I don't even know what this is. I highlighted. I'm going to just read it. Look, it says, blessed is the man that have a virtuous wife. When you look up what virtuous is, I know one of the meanings of it is a wife who labors, who works, who has work ethic. Okay? For the number of his days shall be doubled. Listen, this is real talk. In my life, one of the reasons that led me to study and get such a deep understanding about women is because I watched a lot of men around me die because of women, whether it was suicide, stress, they just lost their minds. Check this out. It says, verse 2, a virtuous woman rejoiceth her husband, and he shall fulfill the years of his life in peace. I'm telling you, man, you go against this stuff, I'm just telling you, eyewitness. I watched men die over women. When I was in the military, a dude committed suicide. I watched him bring the body out. This shit is not a game. One of Satan's main ways to destroy men through these women. Listen, a good wife is a good portion which shall be given in the portion of them that fear the Lord. See? If you adhere to what's written in the book and you don't give in to your damn silly ass emotions, when you see a wicked woman, you're going to just cut her off. You're not going to get in a relationship with her. And you're going to get a godly woman and you're going to live. I'm telling you. It says, a good wife is a virgin. It says, whether a man be rich or poor, if he have a good heart toward the Lord, he shall at all times rejoice with a cheerful countenance. And I'm telling you, Satan will send a wicked ass woman to mess your heart up. Look, it says, there be 3 things that mine heart feareth, and for the 4th I was sorrowly afraid. Okay, listen. Of an unruly multitude and a false accusation, all these are worse than death. But listen to this. But a grief of heart and sorrow is a woman that is jealous over another woman, and a scourge of the tongue which communicateth withal. So, anyway, you can study that whole chapter yourself and meditate on that. It's heavy, okay? So check this out. Let's move forward. Let's check the questions, comments, concerns. Somebody said the brother doesn't have many followers but speaks the truth. That's the sign of somebody speaking the truth, man. Hey, listen, I was talking to the saints here yesterday at our little Shabbat thing we had, and I was telling them, man, the realities of what this book says. Because like I said, in Matthew, it's telling you. In the book of Matthew, it's straight up telling you, in the Gospels, it tells you, it says, no man have left wife or mother or daughter or this or that for the Most High Yah's name's sake. You see what I'm saying? And not gain manifold, or I think it said tenfold, in this life now, and in the life to come. So when you really walk this out, a lot of times that's where the fight be. It be with the closest people to you. And a lot of people go along, they give in, and they compromise the word instead of compromising them relationships. And they never make it here. That's why most people don't want to hear this truth. Most of these so-called Hebrews don't really want to walk this out. They're not going to get their house in order. They're not going to get their wife in order. They're just going to study the history and study the doctrine and debate doctrine and do all these, oh, we need to come together shit, and nobody going to change, man. There ain't going to be no change. When the ultimate, most severe battle is going to be getting your house in order, getting your children in order, getting your wife in order. But most dudes ain't man enough to do that. Because they ain't gonna go against that wife. I will. Hey, either they gonna get down or lay down. One of the sisters said she read Sirach this morning. All praises. That's good. Hey man, that's some. All it is, and it's just elaborating. It's just simply elaborating on what what's in Proverbs. It's further elaborating. And Proverbs is Torah. Proverbs is law. Proverbs is elaborating on Torah law. You know, I'll say Proverbs is showing you how to love your brother as you love yourself. You know what I'm saying? How to love the Most High Yah with all your heart, mind, and soul. He said, upon those commandments hinge all the laws and the prophets. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, so it says, somebody said, all how wonderful listening on a wonderful afternoon, and I begin my drive. Yep, oh, that's good. You chilling then. That's what I like listening when I'm preoccupied with something. And I listen to the scripts, or I listen to a lesson. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's how to do it. All right, so let's see what else I got here. Ooh. See. Let's see what we got here. I'll get y'all a good one. It's all types of stuff. It says, stretch not thine hand wheresoever it looketh, and thrust not with him into the dish. So it says, it's telling you, and we've seen it here. Yeah, I've seen it here. You know, you'll see it when you out here with these Hebrews out here. You'll see the Hebrews who come to see what they can get, and then you'll see the brothers who come to see what they can give and contribute. And those are the brothers you want to build with. The brothers who are looking to see what they could give to Yasharel. Me, you know, Koya, that's my wife, Koya Israel, and me. For years, we've been looking for the brotherhood and the sisterhood, you know, and seeing what we could give. And for years, and you gotta use wisdom doing it, because it, like Brother Gideon says, he said, brother, he's like, Israel will get you. He said, but they ain't getting me. Y'all ain't gonna get me. And when we came to Straitway, we came around brothers who were looking to build, who were looking to see what they could give. They weren't looking to thrust their hands into the dish. You know what I'm saying? They were looking to put into the dish. And when you get that, all you need is another brother or another sister that's like that. You can move mountains when you have that mindset. But when you have that entitlement mindset, what can Israel do for me? That's just all that is the Negro mindset, the slave mindset, the African American mindset that they have poisoned into us. That's what that is. Put a 100 up in there if you get where I'm coming from. So when we see a Pastor Dow, man, when we see a Sister Carol, a Sister Summer, and Pastor Dow, all three of Pastor Dow's and Shia's, I forget what's his middle wife's name. I call her middle wife. I'm not sure what her name. What's her name, Shannon? But when we see them, when we see their footwork, when we see an elder, Mama Nelly, when we see them, when we see their footwork, when we see how they conduct themselves, when we see how they function, when we see an Elder Rufus, Sister Jennifer, Elder Mitchell, when we see all these people and the example they set, and when we got around them, got to know, we were like, man, these people got the same mindset we got. But they're doing it on a bigger level. We're like, let me get up under. When we see a Kabir and all these brothers we've met, these leaders setting the example, we immediately knew. They're like, they ain't thrusting their hand into the dish. They filling the dish. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta identify that. And see this stuff, verses like that, put that thing on, it brings it into plain sight. Okay? All right. Oh man, y'all going off in these comments. We need more brothers. Hey, we got them, man. You got them. You got it. I'm not the only one saying this. Pastor Dow saying this. You can check him out. Pastor Corey, go check Pastor Corey out. Straitway, St. Louis. Who else? Teacher Eric, check him out. You know what I'm saying? They're few and far between, and they're not only teaching it, we're living it, we're doing it. I don't just do YouTube videos. We got our assembly, our congregation up and going here, where we're beginning to fellowship and sharpen the saints and get their mindset right. You see what I'm saying? Yep. Brother Daniel Meir out there, the Lion's Den out there in Straitway, Indianapolis. All these brothers say the same stuff from different angles, can bring it out on different levels. I be listening to Pastor Corey because he bring it out on a highly spiritual level. You know what I'm saying? No wiggle room. All right, let's see what we got here. It says, check this out, man. I'm telling you, bro, Sirach got daggers. Daggers. Like, it'll cut you hard with no wiggle room. Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, in the Apocrypha, chapter 32, verse 17. It says, a simple man will not be reproved, but findeth an excuse according to his will. That's these lip fumbling, smooth talking, tap dancing, manipulative types. That's them. Yeah, that. They're like me. I did not sit here and profess to be perfect. Folks come to me with correction. I'm like, you right. Yeah, I messed that up. I was about to say, I effed that up, But yeah, I messed that up. I screwed it up. This, that, and the other, yeah. I repent if there's something I've done, And then there's everything else. A lot of times it's blame shifting. It's, but. Anytime you hear the letter O and then a but, butts stink. Ain't that right, Shane? Shannon doing his range meditation. Yeah, back there. But yeah, they stink. So anything is there's everything else, and then you know what? That's right, I'm gonna fix it. And then there's everything else, and that's what you're gonna find every single time. And you know, and see that. You need to see that, mark that, know that. Look at that person, and oh, they don't like that correction. They don't like that cut. It's widespread in Yasharel, in Israel. It's wide. It's like it's a plague, you know. And humility is a superpower in Israel right now. I'm telling you, it's a superpower. Like if you got humility, it's like, whoa, the heck is that? It's a rare thing. All right, let's see what we got going on. Yep, Pastor Corey in Straitway, Kansas City. That's my dude, man. Pastor Corey, that dude. All right, let's see what we got. So yeah, so watch people's footwork. Are they? Because I'm gonna tell you two things that go hand in hand. Sinful people who take reproval, they will take correction, and the people thrusting their hand in the dish, taking everything. Literally, when you see somebody thrusting their hand in the dish, they won't take correction either. A lot of times they run hand in hand. All right, put a 100 up in there if you've seen that type of thing before, boy. Let me know if you've seen that type of thing before. Put a 100 up in there if you seeing that too. All right, I'm just keeping it 100. All right, I see a bunch of 100. Shalim bin Yah. Shalim Yahoo. Shalom, brother. See you in there. All right. All right. Yeah, boy, they seen it. Y'all seeing that thing? Hey, that I'm telling you, that type of thing, it takes and I'm just kind of shaking around. And people need deliverance, man. You need to push them people to deliverance, to get in their mind right, because that's a spirit of pride. In the spirit of pride, you're gonna think everything's due to you. You're gonna think you need to be taking everything, and you are not going to think you done wrong. You're not going to be looking at yourself and humbling down. You see what I'm saying? Big old facts 100 up in there. And that's right. A lot of y'all be teasing me because I be drinking my juice, and Rob Mathis and Corey be teasing me. Corey, I hate when you be stirring that juice. Listen. Yeah. I mean, y'all don't like that. Well, gotta drink my juice. Pink drink. All right, let's continue on. Stop joking around. Let's see. So, in like I said, everything's in here. I hit on this yesterday in Sirach chapter 33. If you look at Sirach chapter 33. Verse, excuse me, it's verse 25 through 31. It shows you how, if you're a supervisor, how to deal with workers, okay? How you need to have them working. Now, there's a difference, because it calls it servant, master, laborers, this, that. It uses those terms. Now, mind you, there's a difference between servant, master is supervisor, worker today. There's a difference between servant, master, and having servants and this, that, and the other, and people in bondage to you. That's what we were in. That's what we're in right now, to a certain extent, like those people in prison, or people over in when we were in captivity in Egypt. We were in bondage to them. All right. So if you read those, it tells you some interesting things. Matter of fact, to thyself, nice. So even verse 22, starting at verse 22, It just shows you how to have a good work ethic. That's another superpower if you have it. If you have, because it says in Sirach 33, chapter 22, it says, in all thy works, keep to thyself the preeminence. Leave not a stain in thy honor. So make a good name for yourself. Do a good job. Don't be a sorry bootlicker. Like I've don't be good at apologizing. Be good at doing it right the first time. That's something I had to really work on with myself. Not being damn sorry. Like at my job, my supervisor told me, Mike, he's like, you took all day to do that job yesterday. Now you got to do it on the right side of the plane. Yeah, I was putting in a heat exchanger on the left side, and I had to go fix something, and it took the whole shift. He's like, now you're doing the right side today. Don't be all day. And he was kind of joking around, but I discerned what he was really saying, and I got that job done in 2 hours, and he appreciated it. And I could tell he had a lot of respect for me after I did that. It helped, give me a good name. And I see how the jobs he puts me on the more challenging jobs because he knows I can deliver. And I don't be lip fumbling. I don't make excuses. If the job goes over and takes longer, I say, and he's like, come on, Mike, step up. I'm like, all right, I got you. I don't be making excuses. But a lot of people be like, oh, if I don't get it done, I could just make an excuse and apologize. They got that spirit on them, man. That's that sorry, pathetic spirit. Yeah, that is, dude, that shit's like the coronavirus in Yasharel. And I'm telling you, excellence is a superpower. Hey. All right, let's see what else we got here. I done beat that. So let's see. Let reason go before every enterprise and counsel before every... Check this out, y'all. It's like I be reading this stuff. I got it highlighted. I know there's good stuff. So here we go. We got Sirach, chapter 37. Dang, you could have got through here. I was about to pull it. I'm
getting low on ammo.
Hey, we're gonna put some on order. Another 10,000. So what we use, let me show y'all what we got here. I'm gonna read this to you and I'm gonna show you what we actually doing. And bring the targets and all the stuff over here. I'm gonna show them how we do over here. All right, Sirach chapter 37, otherwise known as Ecclesiasticus chapter 37, verse 16. It says, let reason go before every enterprise and counsel before every action. Bro, hey, look, I don't make moves unless I got gray-haired old men stamping off on it. And when they talk to me, the gray-haired old men, and unfortunately, a lot of gray-haired old men, who got more experience than me. See, I done stumbled and been through so much stress. I got a lot of gray hair, but the old men who are wiser than me, they ain't got as much gray hair, but they still wiser. But anyway, I don't make moves unless I bounce it off them. And when they tell me something, let me tell y'all young, like my man Rob Mathis say, let me tell y'all young Thundercats. Ain't that what he be saying? Hey, y'all young Thundercats, man. Let me tell y'all, this is some heavy stuff. This is how the old grays talk. The wiser, older men that are older than y'all, when they tell you something, they tell you subtly. They ain't gonna dictate nothing to you. They're gonna subtly give hints and let you, if you really want it, you're gonna analyze each word. They ain't gonna say, hey, you need to do this. They're gonna gently, hey, And if you listen, you listen. If you don't, you're going to fall on your big dumb head. But what I do, I listen to what these older, wiser men, hey man, I was looking at doing this. Yeah, that sounds good. You know, you might. That's how wise advice starts. You might. And to me, a you might is an order from a older, wiser man who knows better. A lot of young Thundercats need to fall on their heads a bunch of times before they begin to, hear that. You know what I'm saying? All right. So let me read that again. It says, that's Sirach, chapter 37, verse 16. It says, let reason go before every. Some? No. Every. Not, maybe this one, no. Every enterprise and counsel before some actions? No. Every action. And I'm telling you, I don't make moves. I even get my wife's input because a lot of times she's more sensitive to stuff than I am. I get a lot of input before I make moves. You see what I'm saying? When you look at people screwing up, it's because they don't do that. See, there's literally no excuse to screw ups when you begin looking through Sirach. This is why a lot of people, like the brother said, Michael Israel, he's like, ain't a lot of people on here. Yeah, because they don't want to, they just want to stay comfortable in their emotions. That is why there ain't a lot of people on here, man. They want to, it's easier to just be a screw up, I'm telling you, and apologize, okay? Daniel Mir up in there. He said truth, TOOF up in there. So, yeah, man. All right, so check this out. I'm gonna show y'all what we doing real quick. You got any of the? I just saw one of them. Here, hand me that one. Hand me a couple of those. Where?
It's loaded too.
Okay, I ain't got. So this, we using old tin foil pans with the circles as our targets. We're using, this is the ammo. These are plastic. You got it? All right. All right, I pulled the mag out. And this is literally, this is an airsoft Glock. You literally, if I put this next to my Glock, you would literally not be able to tell the difference unless you looked up inside here. And you damn near still can't. And it operates exactly like a Glock 19. It even, the operation, there's zero difference from my Glock. This is a Glock 17 though. When it slides forward, you cannot tell the difference. I mean, there's no way to distinguish, okay? The only difference when you're operating it is less kick. But me and Shannon, we've seen because, we can't always get to the range where the ammo costs a lot. But this is the ammo for this one. You could get 10,000 of these for $12. And then you got to service the gun a little bit with CO2. This is about $12 a canister on Amazon. And the weapon, I have to see the brand because there's a specific brand of this you got to get. Glock licensed this company to make it. So that's how we get our training in out here when we can't run out there to the range. So I'm going to have to do a show on that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. So some of these verses I read, it's just showing you we are a stubborn and stiff-necked nation, okay? people. We're a stubborn and stiff-necked nation. I am. My 20-year military career, Shannon just raised his hand over here. Come on over, Shannon. Come on, get in the conversation, bro. Get a chair or a log or something. See, that's our meeting area down here. That's our men's meeting area down there. Those logs and stuff right there. That's where that's where we chop it up at when we out here. But as a nation, we are stubborn, stiff-necked. I can tell you it at for 20 years when I was in the military. I couldn't figure out what the issue was till my last maybe year or so when I came into the truth and I realized what I was going through. Because I knew I began to run into so many barriers and walls and mess ups and stuff like that. Eventually, I began to realize from studying the scripture, oh, that's a spirit that's on us as a people. So I'll just keep it 1,000. Any black person I run into, I already know they got that spirit on them at some capacity. And you could tell the ones who've dealt with it. It's very obvious. It's obvious in their footwork, in their conduct, and how they function.
Go
ahead, bro.
People.
Huh?
Because they don't blame other people. It's like a lot of times when we're trying to do this walk and we run into difficulties, difficulties of life, and it's so much easier to stop and like blame the oppressor. Oh, they got their foot on my neck. The police did this, they did that, but we don't look further back and see that it was our own fault, our own responsibility, our own disobedience that caused our enemies to have power over us.
And even to this day, like that spirit, even today, folks be screwing up, and it's everything else. But the common denominator in every issue you got in your life is you. Hold on, let me put this big ass finger all up in your face. You. That's the common denominator in every problem you got in your life. Right there. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Jay.
Oh, no, that's for real, man. When I start dealing with myself as a problem, I actually start finding solutions in.
They go facts, man. And look, and Brother Shannon is one of the easiest brothers for me to interact with and deal with and stuff like that because of that spirit of humility. Okay? I mean, he's he's putting forth work. He's working on himself and all that stuff like that. But that was, I'm sorry, I didn't even mean to talk over you. Go ahead, bro.
Oh no, I'm listening to you, bro.
And he the straightest. He's Straitway, Florida's marksman. Now I gotta see Umbry. Like y'all might have to have a competition, but I know so thus far, I've seen you've been shooting the straightest. We'll have to get you and Umbry in a competition, but right now we're gonna call you the Straitway, Florida marksman.
I hope to continue standing to the challenge. For sure. But I want to be prepared, be able to stand next to Brother Gideon, man. I look up to that guy.
That's a high, yeah. He placed the bar high on himself.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's see what y'all talk about. All right, Brother Mir said it's everyone else's fault. Yeah,
Yeah.
And that's when you will never grow. You will never, when you have that mindset. I've went as far in my mindset, anytime something messes up, anything that I'm involved with, I'm looking at what I could have done, always. And that's how you're going to begin to move up and develop and move to a higher level of...
Ultimately, that's our accountability before Yah, too. I mean, whether it be in relationships or at work or whatever it is, it's like when you're married, sometimes the woman will say, well, you didn't do this and you didn't do that. Or the man, he won't be standing up. But whatever the case, we all stand before the Most High alone. And ain't no excuses before him. It's like, okay, you knew by the book that your job was to do this. And you didn't do it because of some excuses won't stand before him.
Right. Ain't no excuse.
Ain't no excuse.
And I can tell you this, with me and Koya in our marriage, now we are, especially coming into Straitway, watching the example the leadership sets. Again, that's the purpose. The purpose of a leader is just to show you, not to do it for you, not to carry you. They just show you, and if you have discernment, you're able to consider. Look up the definition of the word consider. And consider is just look and analyze and look closely and imitate what's being done by the leadership. Our leadership lines up with the book. If you're able to do that, things are going to improve. So in our marriage, if there's a disagreement or there's something out of order, or an argument or something like that, at some point we just be like, all right, whatever, boom, we drop it. Everybody goes off in their separate directions, self-corrects, comes back. It ain't even a bump in the road. You see what I'm saying? It don't turn into, because we've been in this, we've been married over 10 years or so, so it ain't, you see what I'm saying? Again, sound leadership makes that possible. All right, so let me, somebody said, y'all look like one of them sovereign land groups from the 90s. Y'all be careful out there. Hey, listen, you so-called Hebrews out there look like Babylonians. Be careful in them neighborhoods and among this society that y'all like. Because y'all need to come up out of that shit. Y'all need to get away from, y'all need to come up out of these neighborhoods. You need to get what's the schools pushing? They're going to have your kid walking around telling you he's a damn, your boy going to tell you he's a girl. Come on. You see it. They're shooting they're shooting schools up. They're shooting Walmarts up. They're shooting workplaces up. They're shooting neighborhoods up. Everything getting shot up. And I'm crazy because I want to separate from that. I'm being set apart and holy. Go ahead. You want it?
I know. I'm with it. We got to be separate, not just in mind, not just in action, but actually physically too. Because
you got to get out of this shit. These people going crazy. Yeah. My wife showed me a funny ass video that had me dying this morning. This brother was in the car with his child, and he was crying. He's like, Dwayne Way, I want to thank you for showing me how to deal with this situation, because my child too, he's like, my child too has my boy. He identifies, and he panned over. He's like, he identifies as a bird, and the kid was dressed up like a bird, like Big Bird. And the kid was like, he like, and you helped me to accept it. I was dying, dude. Koya, if you watch it, put that video in there. That shit had me rolling. And the kid was over there in the passenger seat looking like a bird with the kid had a yellow thing on and some bird wings. And I was in tears, dude. You can't make this shit up. Come on, y'all. And I'm crazy because we trying to get on land sooner than later. Come on, man. Come on. Yeah, man. So, yeah, man. Yeah. These people going bad shit crazy. The brothers here showed me yesterday, because I don't watch TV. One of the guys running for president, his name is Booty Getter. Booty Gutley. What's the dude's name?
Booty Gig.
Booty Gig. He got a gig going on his booty. They be kissing the dude. It's like, dude, you can't make this shit up. And I'm crazy. I need to be careful because I look like some sovereign dude trying to be separate. Come on, y'all. Get off that. Dude, get off that American crack that they pumping in your big stupid head in the media. I'm telling you, man. Man. This shit's crazy. Dude, the reason I'm tripping off this is because, these brothers be bringing up to me what be on TV, because I don't watch television. But what I was telling the brothers here yesterday is, what I started doing is following the news real close, and I'm like, damn. It's like, what the hell, man? It's like this thing, they ramping up this gay for stuff. And then what's it gonna move to next? Animals, dude. Animals gonna be next. And then the end shall come. And then yo.
It's coming. But technically we are supposed to be sovereigns. Kings and priests of your own house. You got the government running your house because, you know, your wife going to them to get her justice, you know, to have them serve you. How can you say you're a king and a priest of your own home?
Right.
You ain't ruling.
Right.
You gotta start by ruling over ourselves first.
Right. Right. Telling you, man. So yeah, man. So I'm just looking in the statements here. All right. So somebody put, I had to go through protocol training at my job. Wow. Because I work at a tech school. Man, brother, I know you seeing it. Brother, I know you getting it there. Hey, let me tell you, at my job, they brought one of them transformers in the tool room. Had one of them working there. And at one of our roll calls, he told us he was like, look, he's like, they getting ready to bring a transformer in the tool room. They said, and I'm gonna just tell you, they done already got 2 people fired. So don't be careful what you say. And my conversation with him was, hey, I need a 3/8 wrench. And I just looked down. That's all my shit was. Hey, I need a torque wrench, 0 to 40 inch pounds.
Yeah, I'll be seeing them at work.
You're nut now. Hey, how you doing? I'm doing good.
Conversation to a minimum, right? I know I see him too because, working at the hospital is like we get all kinds of patients. And so they come in. Most of the time I'm able to just avoid them because I don't even want to say nothing because they be all smiling in your face, want to be your buddy. But then it's like when I get them, and they, I provide the service I provide, and they be like, God bless you. Like, oh, hell no. I got to return that curse and take that back. My God and yours, they are not the same.
Oh, man. Hey, and I tell you, if y'all know Brother Shannon, he not just talking this. He as far as relationship and lifestyle stuff, he's living it, And, we have to do a show on that, but we getting ready to be making some moves down here, Straitway, Florida. Shout out to Straitway, Annapolis. Congratulations, Brother Mir, Brother Indianapolis. What did I say, Indiana?
Annapolis.
Oh, okay. Indianapolis, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Want to say shout outs to y'all. Congratulations. They have come out of her. Hallelujah. On another level now. They got on their land. Congratulations to them. Brother Rob Mathis, Mir, man. Brother Lee. Who else is out there?
I can't remember the others.
But they on that next level. We're gonna help them get the Lions Den show all the way up and going. And that's coming, man. All y'all on YouTube, we're gonna get that thing. We're gonna put that thing on YouTube, Facebook, all that stuff. Get that thing out there. But yeah, this brother said. He said here, Brother Shannon. He wrote here. He said, I see transgender, I ain't gonna say. I say what we say here on Spiritual Combat is transformer and gay for students on the daily. It's very humbling how much damage these young teens have. Yeah, because they have that internet influence and that like the internet is just pouring that into them. Social media, mainstream media, all that stuff. They're getting that a full dose of it and no truth, man. And it's. And the other thing they were talking about is that transformer regret. Like they transform into an Autobot from a Decepticon or whatever, and then they regret it. But by then they done butchered, a lot of them done butchered themselves, messed themselves up hormonally. But mind you, them hormone injections is sorcery. That's sorcery, man. And it's too late, bro. And they just gotta, you repent and, because you get your junk cut off, you a catamite then, or whatever you want to call it. And the Bible talks about that. You know, so.
I think it can be kind of frustrating to deal with, but, you know, I think with Straitway, they really helped me realize that, you know, unless the Spirit of Yah is dealing with a person, I mean, there's a lot of people who ain't going to heaven, and that's just the way it is. And it's like only few shall be saved, only a remnant. And it's like, as we go, there are family members, there are loved ones.
Keep talking, bro.
There are like so many different people that we interact with that we care about because they're our friends. Because, well, we just care about them, and it's a good chance that they're not going to make it into heaven. The best testimony that we could have is to actually walk this thing out in spirit and in truth, in the power and the authority of Jesus Christ and of the Holy Spirit. And then that is the best demonstration of the true power and the true walk. And that's the best witness that we could have for them.
Yep. That's fact.
That's what Pastor Dow does. I mean, he's walking out so strongly, so authoritatively. It's like men just stand up next to him. We're like, you know, we be hunched over, and we see him, like, all of a sudden, you know, the chest comes out, like, hold the hell up. I can be a man, too, because he's doing it.
Dude, let me tell you, there's an all-out assault on masculinity. If you know, I've been joking about superpower. Masculinity is a superpower. Like testosterone is a superpower, and it's kryptonite to this feminist movement. It's straight destroyed. You know what I'm saying? But if they see a hint of masculinity, they try to come at you, but they know they powerless against it too. They try to intimidate it, but when you buck up, they have the only weapon they have to come against that with is say, oh, he's evil because he's aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Like, aggressiveness is the new sin. That's the, you see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah, they don't like that. Hey,
they got to test it because it is really an affront to everything they believe in. The whole, not just the feminist movement, but the femininity in men.
It's not pink, it's salmon.
They worship the women. And as long as the women are on the pedestal, that means where is Yah?
Yeah.
If your woman's on the pedestal, where is the Most High Yah?
Well, a far distant third. A far distant third. And Brother Umbry just came, but we're not allowing him to come on the show because he monopolizes the conversation. So we don't want to bring Brother Umbry, he ain't a talker. He only about action. Period. But anyway, yeah, man. But that's this real talk, man. Let me see what they're saying. Go ahead, brother. The third, somebody said, yes, sir. The show you did on biblical masculinity was huge, Brother Michael. Yeah, I'll be expecting some backlash on that stuff, spiritual backlash. Just weird stuff start happening, like somebody act like a daggone nut at the job, and I gotta get in their ass and man up on, But just, you'll see weird stuff happen when you really bang. Look, let me put it like this. If you take one thing away from this, is that those who the hell is this? A van full of folks. I don't like people. I live in the cul-de-sac. I don't like people coming up in here in vans. I don't like people coming up here in this circle that I don't know their cars. Yup. Hey, we're about to dagger these. Yo, that's them. That's that church. Uh-oh. They coming for the Bible stuff. So a bus came up here one weekend on a Saturday and let all these folks out, and they were so-called spreading the gospel. And if that's what they're doing, we're going to just ask them questions and confound them. Okay? But anyway, y'all, yeah, man, let me leave y'all with this, okay? Understand, Satan is a deceiver, and he's not going to do a direct attack. He's going to do a side shot. So what does he do? He comes after the weaker vessel. He goes through the women. What do? You empower the women. Women are easily influenced, manipulated, whatever. So that's why in this election there is the all-out assault on masculine authority. Man up. Let your junk swing. Be a man. Understand what that is. Let your junk swing. Be a man. Stop cowering to women. Dress like a man. Act like a man. Walk like a man. Talk like a man. And above all else, get your mindset wired up like a man. Boy, we about to dagger these folks hard. They come over here, we're just asking questions. Yep. We got some Jehovah Witness pulling up. I'm going to record it too. We're going to record this thing. Hey, you got your Bible?
Yes, I do.
All right. So anyway, y'all, shalom. And if this goes the right way, because I can already tell. Yeah, they come over here, it's on and pop. Yeah. But so if they do come over here, we're gonna cut them with whatever book they got. We're gonna cut them with. All right, shalom.